say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We're out halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You take a look at the Thunder, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, there's the Mavericks. They have a lot of ground to make up.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. And it's Williams at the 3. And for the Mavericks, Kyrie Irving is out there with Hardy. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Davis at the 4. Washington. Pass to Hardy. Gafford with the ball. He's defended by Hartenstein. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Holmgren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
The Thunder shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And he knocks down the first one. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Washington kicks to Davis. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Here's Williams. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the three-point basket by Dallas. Back to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Moving against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Hardy against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Launches it from deep. Rebound by Williams.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Hardy. Here's Gafford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Man, appreciate Gafford's ability to muscle through the defense.
Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Irving with the steal, and now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 37 points last game out. Stolen by Washington. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Hardy. Still without a basket. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. Now here's Caruso. Defense right on him. Hartenstein finds Williams. For 3, Holmgren. They grab their own miss. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Now here's Hardy. Screen by Gafford. Jacks up a 3. Hardy no good. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
To the inside. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here's Hardy. No scoring in this one. 4 on the clock. 18 feet out. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. Mavericks with the rebound. Irving drives in, shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. The quick look, no good that time. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. Shoots over Washington. Holmgren gets the bucket.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. Jalen Williams, 4th.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
I don't think in terms of offense there can be any more potent group of players in the league. Having one of them on the wing means having someone that can carry a team offensively for extended periods of time whenever necessary.
Now, here's Washington. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Caruso with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw, no good. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Now, here's Gafford. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Taking it up strong, Gafford rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
He doesn't get the second one. Well, Brent, Mark Daigneault was named the 2024 Coach of the Year. Not once, but twice.
Yeah, he won 2 separate Coach of the Year awards. One voted on by his peers, and the other one voted on by the media. What a remarkable accomplishment for such a young coach that has not only grown himself, but grown this team in ways that a lot of other squads are envious.
And so it's Dallas with it after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Pass to Hardy. Gafford to screen on Caruso. 5 to shoot. Hardy passes to Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Yeah, use the height, use the reach. Devastating effect, Daniel Gafford.
Here's Caruso. 8 points his last outing. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Irving from the low block. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul. Martin's checked in for Irving. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. To the middle. Here's Gafford. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Let's see some of the numbers here for Anthony Davis.
And looking at his splits, you can see he's taken more of a backseat in their offense in these last 10 games. His usage rate is down, but that's natural. At some point during the season, every player goes through a period of fatigue.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Martin against Dort. Now here is Martin. Tight defense on him. Back to Washington. Dallas, no good that time either. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 15-5 run here. Here's Dort. Good work defensively by Martin. Mavericks trail by 7. Pass to Hardy. Hartenstein against Washington. That shot off.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Dort kicks to Holmgren. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
A different look for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Christie comes in for Washington. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardy. Then for the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And Wallace subbed in for Alex Caruso. Wiggins dishes to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's now 10 points for Williams. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And looking at some numbers for Martin, how last month turned out for him, he's averaging 6 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Dinwiddie for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And not the easiest 3. Dinwiddie full of confidence from the corner.
Davis against Williams. Pass to Wiggins. And Lively pulls it down.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And so here is Oklahoma City. It's a 5-point game. Davis against Williams. Out to Wallace. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Mavericks trail by 7. Now here's Dinwiddie. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Lively. .144 left in the first. Nice D from Williams. Wiggins kicks to Williams. Back to Wiggins. Dinwiddie with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And finished off by Martin.
Heads up play by Martin. Just get a running start and score off the break.
.119 left in the first quarter. Williams against Davis. Down low. Dort. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And taken away by Wallace. By himself. And it's Wallace with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's
what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Off target from three-point range. Over in the corner, Dort. It's stolen by Martin. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Here's Davis. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Oklahoma City leading by 7. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dinwiddie outside. Over Wiggins. No good from the wing.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
They've got Christie. He's out there with Irving. Derek Lively is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Marshall in a power forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. 6 to shoot. Williams with a clean look. Christie with the rebound.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Christie. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Lively. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got his first bucket of the night. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 5. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Lively's shot is off. And for the Thunder, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Dort. Mavericks with the rebound. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Christie. And, Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Well, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
And the Thunder making a change here. Williams is checked in.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Topic is checked in for Williams. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside, Dort. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins. And Lively pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Martin kicks to Irving. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. We get a break in the action. Let's take a moment to check out the NBA's leaders in steals. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 3rd. 4th, Alex Caruso.
When you've got those 2 guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
Pass to Christie. Irving for 3. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 5 now.
He could really beat you up from deep. Irving, such a sharp shooter.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Daigneault said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. And we thank you for the report. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Hardy comes in for Christie. Craig, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now, here's Gafford. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And finished off by Lively.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Williams a screen on Irving. Gafford against Gilgeous-Alexander. Off on the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Irving. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got 7.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Such an improved part of SGA's game. Love his passing skills.
Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Cavaliers. Pass to Hardy. Lively with it. Outside, Martin. There's the 3. Offensive rebound.
And taking a look at some numbers here for Kyrie Irving. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Gafford cans them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Gafford. Back to Irving. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wiggins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Davis is checked in for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington comes in for Martin. Now here's Hardy. Still scoreless. Gafford finds Davis. Here's Irving. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Holmgren in the corner. And the 3 off target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Washington passes to Gafford. Davis kicks to Irving. Driving inside. And it's all evened up. And now that's 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Pass to Davis. Now Irving. The shot will not fall. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Caruso. To the middle. Stolen by Washington. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Caruso with the ball. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Hardy. Here's Davis. Davis owning the paint and gets it to go.
Just taking over that play. Davis gets the rebound and sends it right back.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Holmgren. On the wing, Williams. Floats it up for Holmgren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Here's Irving. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Goes up on the high post, and the jumper falls for him. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Caleb Martin's checked in for the Mavericks. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Dort's checked in. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Hartenstein with the screen on Washington. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Holmgren against Davis. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. And there's Holmgren. That's good. On the assist by Dort. Holmgren's got 12 points in the game. Hardy passes to Gafford. Outside, Martin. Pass to Davis. Martin against Dort. Outside, Martin. Here's Gafford. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Thunder leading by 3. Caruso with the ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Out to the right wing. Williams for 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here's Dort. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Washington. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Williams with the ball, and it's Martin picking him up. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
First one falls for him. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Christie's checked in. Now here's Hardy. Hasn't made one yet. Dallas again missing.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Now Williams from downtown. A rebound by Washington.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Hardy. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Hardy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Caruso. Outside, Dort. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Christie. Now here's Hardy. Defended by Caruso. Washington with it. And here is Gafford. Here's Hardy. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They've led by as much as 10. Holmgren sets the screen for Caruso. Pass to Dort. Now Holmgren. And here is Caruso. And the rejection by Gafford.
A superb defender, Gafford, using that wide wingspan so well.
Score the basket, his third after 5 shots. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Williams against Washington. Now here's Williams. He's tightly guarded. To the left side wing. Here's Caruso. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Dallas. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
I was just thinking about all the changes we've seen to the All-Star voting process over the years. A lot of new factors in play now.
Yeah, like social media. Definitely tips the scales when it comes to who's selected.
Moving on. The Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
They've done a lot of things well, but I look at the second chance points. That's where they're doing the most damage, guys.
Comes down to 1-2. Right now, they wanted more.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
The Mavericks leading. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Caruso and Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. Oklahoma City shooting in this game 45%. To the paint. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
And so it's Dallas with it. Hardy passes to Davis. Washington with the screen on Holmgren. Gafford kicks to Irving. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Holmgren. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Anthony Davis. He's around 18 points per game, 15 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And he knocks down the first one.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
hits them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Irving for three. Dallas again missing.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Now here's Williams. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. It's good. 14 points here for Jalen Williams.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Washington. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Irving. Three-pointer. Thunder with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Now here's Caruso. Now Holmgren is guarded by Davis. Here's Williams. The layup off target. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Washington. Shoots over Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Dallas has gotten blanked from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Washington. Dallas no good that time either.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Now here's Caruso. Guarded closely. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to free himself up. And that one's good, Caruso.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the Mavericks with possession here. They're scoreless since the first half. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Second, Jalen Williams.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Hardy. For the screen on Caruso. Here's Hardy. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. High post, Davis. He's against Hartenstein. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
I think as fans, you always want to see the best in the league healthy. Anthony Davis out there tonight, and the NBA is just better when AD's playing.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
Williams passes to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander hits the three-point bomb. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now here's Caruso. Defense is right there. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. That's his 7th miss in 12 shot attempts. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Harden. 6 points for him. Pass to Gafford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, for a big guy, Daniel Gafford is very active and agile when he's playing. You appreciate a tall guy like that who can make some moves.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
That free throw missing. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here are the Thunder now. They're on an 11-2 run. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And now a 10-point Thunder lead.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Here's Hardy. Pass to Gafford. Irving looking over the floor. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Martin's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Dort, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. That one misses for Williams.
There's a lot of things that they love about Jalen Williams, but his polished all-around game is something appreciated. He can fill the roles and fill the holes for whatever they need to do.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. To the inside. Dort. Another shot. Pass to Caruso. Picked him clean. And a wide open look for Irving. Another 3 for Dallas.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him. Hartenstein with the screen on Irving. Here's Hartenstein. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Mavericks trail by 8. Now here is Martin. To the middle. Here's Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The Mavericks have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And that one falls for Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 16 points for him. Pass to Hartenstein. And here is Caruso. Back to Hartenstein. Now Martin. Now here's Hardy. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Yes! And the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you can see the lower body strength from AD right there, able to take contact, get fouled, and still get the shot to go.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Mavericks?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And another difference maker that we could point to tonight has been second chance points. They've been in there, they've had active hands, they've been in great position, and they've been smart attacking the offensive glass.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his firepower. Dallas with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. Gafford, it's good on the putback. Gafford's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside Williams. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irvin. Here is Williams. 16 points for him. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
And here is Irving. Outside Martin. Pass to Gafford for the lead. And it's Martin missing. The Thunder have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Here's Caruso. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here is Davis. 14 points for him. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein. Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points in the quarter.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And the Mavericks with possession here. 7-point differential. Outside, Davis. Pass to Hardy. For the screen on Caruso. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they continue to control the glass.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Williams against Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 to shoot.
He gets really smooth sometimes. Gilgeous-Alexander has some size, and he challenged the defense with it that time.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Christie comes in for Hardy. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irvin. The Thunder also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Wiggins is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now here's Dinwiddie. No good again that time. Here's Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort a screen on Christie. Back to Dort. And here's Wiggins. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dinwiddie left side. Drains the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket tonight.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive. And Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Wiggins a screen on Dinwiddie. Fires from 14. And Davis sends it back. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Stolen by Dort. Wiggins in the post. Defended by Christie. Outside Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wiggins. Launches it. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And a long combo guard, Dinwiddie can use that 6'5" height inside like a bigger player.
.51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Wiggins. Left side Williams. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one goes long. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Dallas, they have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Wallace is checked in. Mavericks trail by 3. Outside, Davis. 24 seconds left in the third. Lively inside. Working on Williams. Here's Dort. Offline with his 3. Inside. Here's Davis. He's off on that one. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. The Thunder leading by 3. They've got Irving. Also Christie out there. Martin is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Outside Irving. Over Wallace. Pass to Marshall to tie it up. And he recovers it. Irving against Wiggins. Lively sends a screen for Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas no good that time either. Oklahoma City shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Dort finds Wallace. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22 points.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Serving a screen on Wallace. To the paint. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Dort following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Williams, a screen on Irving. Unloads from 9. Outside, Dort. It's stolen by Martin. Jumps up and finished off by Martin.
What a sequence for Martin. Just doing it all, showing why he's a legitimate NBA player.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Martin with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving dishes to Martin. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Wiggins.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
The shot from the low post is good. And the Thunder lead by 3.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Christie kicks to Irving. No good that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace looking for an opening. Williams passes to Wallace. Clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And stolen by Wiggins. And here's the fast break. Shoots. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Wiggins.
Gilgeous-Alexander positioning himself well and knew exactly where to get to in the open space.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Hardy, he's checked in for Christie. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Caruso's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
And the growth that Shai has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Over to the left wing. And on the way from Irving for 3.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Alexander finds Caruso. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And the Thunder with the possession here. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Marshall. Irving sets a screen for Marshall. To halt the run, hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the three-point basket by Dallas. Williams kicks to Wiggins, just 5 to shoot. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Irving with it. Williams picks him up. Outside, Martin. To the middle. Wants to get it to Lively and does. Shoots over Caruso. Lively, that's good. And now just a 5-point Thunder lead.
Nice pass from the swingman Martin, proving what a team player he is.
Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Caruso. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Hits it from three-point range. And the Thunder lead by 8.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Hardy. Again, the Mavericks score. Here's Caruso. Pass to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, a screen on Irving.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
The first one falls.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Caleb Martin. Christie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Thunder. Williams comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Mavericks trail by 8. Hardy passes to Christie. Now here's Gafford. Left side, Davis puts it up from 15. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Gafford. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's good, 2 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Harden after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Hardy passes to Davis. The shot, no good. The Thunder leading by 10. Williams in the post. Drops in the layup for 2. Williams has got 20.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Marshall passes to Gafford. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Moving it up. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator who can make that pass in his sleep.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
A different look for Dallas. Washington's checked in for Najee Marshall. And Irving subbed in for Christie. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for the Thunder. Washington passes to Irving. Washington sets the pick for Irving. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
That one is off.
It's got to be something else to be a teammate of Irving's. What a generational talent.
And the second free throw, good. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Hartenstein up top. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 13 with the drive. And here's Hardy. Outside Irving. Looking to get it going. And they pick up 2. Irving's got 21.
I wish Kyrie sometimes would just dribble out the 24-second shot clock. It's so fun to watch him on the handle.
Here's Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot goes down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 32 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here is Williams. Screen by Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Dort. Misses the 3.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Hardy. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Thunder. They lead by 11. Holmgren the screen. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Hartenstein, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 13.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Inside, poked away, and it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren. Davis, the pass to Gafford. Dallas moving it around. Davis kicks to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Davis gets it to go.
Confident shot from AD committing to taking that jumper.
The Thunder leading by 11. Now, here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Holmgren can't hit. For Dallas, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Shots good by Gafford.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Caruso with the steal. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. Hartenstein with it. Here's Holmgren. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so checking out their record tonight, it'll mark win number 32 overall.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Caruso with the ball. Now Williams. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Gafford. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.